Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Sheen, your host. This is Money Matters. In this channel, we talk about money, finance, how to grow your money, how to invest your money, how to make money work hard for you. Guys, if you haven't yet already, consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be doing a giveaway for a pair of Tesla shorts. So if you want that, make sure you subscribe. It'll be only open to subscribers. Check out the links in the description below for free stocks with Webull, with Robinhood, free money from Cash App. So it really helps out the channel. I get free stocks, you get free stocks, and I really appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. Guys, I'm going to talk about Workhorse today. It's been a while since I talked about Workhorse. Warning, if you're a big Workhorse bull and you don't like to hear people talk bad about a company that you're invested in, you might not like this video. I might get a lot of thumbs down on this video. It's just the way it works. You know, people don't like people talking bad about their company. And so, you know, I'm just be honest. I'm just going to be true. I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. I feel like a lot of other people that cover this stock really gave Workhorse a pass. And the market actually gave Workhorse a pass. But you know, when I invest in a company, I feel like I hired the management team, I hired the CEO to do a job for me, and that job is to make deliveries, you know, make production, make money. And I don't view it that I bought a ticker symbol, I'm just waiting for this ticker symbol to be worth more and I sell it later. I don't view it that way. I view that I hired this company to do a job for me. And when they don't do that job, when they tell me they're going to do something and they don't do it, I feel like that, you know, I feel like an employee of mine didn't do their job, and so that's how I feel. So I'm not going to be all, you know, okay with the situation. So I am not. I was bullish on the company. I'll just be honest. I'm more neutral on the company. I'm not bearish yet. You know, if they don't start producing, I'm going to become bearish. So I have money in this company, and I'm gonna be harsh on the company when they don't do what I expect them to do. So if you're going to be offended, you know, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I'm just going to tell you like it is. All right, so Workhorse, like I said, they did pretty much get a pass from the market. You know, they were trading down to $16 range, and they actually, you know, climbed back up to $19, $2.34 billion market cap on this company. And I mean, come on, guys, just be honest. This company is not worth $2.34 billion for what they're producing. 7 vehicles in Q3, 2 vehicles in Q2. Come on, we're not worth more than $2 billion. The only reason they're worth that much is everybody's expecting this huge USPS contract. This is their highlights. So 2021 production volume target at 1,800 vehicles. I don't care. You know, I don't care if your production target is 1,800, 5,000, 10,000. When you didn't deliver in 2020, you didn't deliver 300 to 400 like you said you were, and now you have a new target of 1,800. It's absolutely meaningless, because until you can meet your previous numbers, your new numbers don't mean anything. I mean, like, does that make sense, guys? So 1,800 vehicles, fine, it's fantastic. Talk to me when you actually made 300 to 400 like you said you were. Then I'll listen to your new number. All right, so they received this purchase order for 500 vehicles for Pritchard Auto. Again, I don't care. Don't talk to me about new numbers until you have fulfilled all your old numbers. Fantastic, 500 vehicles from Pritchard Auto, great. Did you fulfill your previous orders to UPS? How about Ryder? Did you fulfill those yet? Oh, you haven't? Then I don't care about this new order for 500, because it's great when you get all these purchase orders. It's great when you get, you know, the demand is high, but demand means nothing until you can produce and actually make deliveries. So $260 million in cash, that's fantastic, that's great. You have 10% ownership in Lordstown Motors, that's fantastic, that's great. You know, I'm bullish on Lordstown, so you know, that's great. If Lordstown does good, Workhorse is gonna do good. So Hitachi America, you know, they're doing all, you know, the dealer network and getting customers, that's fantastic again. But you know, you could get all the customers you want until you actually deliver to your customers. Getting more customers doesn't help you at all. Recorded additional sales from fluid systems and e-trucks. Again, that's fine, fantastic. You're getting a bunch of orders. I understand you have demand. But what I do also understand is you can't meet the demand. And so that is a problem. So they have $1,700 vehicle backlog currently. And that's a huge backlog when you're only producing 10 vehicles this year. So far 10 vehicles, 7 in Q3, and I think like 2 vehicles in Q2. So like less than 10 vehicles.
So 1,700 vehicle backlog is a big backlog for a company like this. And also, this is not a startup company. This company has been making deliveries of vehicles for UPS for Ryder in the past, so they know the routine. They know what these customers want. So albeit they were combustion engine vehicles, they're transitioning to EV vehicles. But still, you're not a startup company. How to produce. You know how to make deliveries. You know what these customers need, and you have this relationship already with these customers. So you don't get a pass because you've been around for, I think it was like at least 10 years, right? So this is not a new company. This is a company that's made products before, made deliveries before, have these relationships. So don't get a pass from me by not meeting your numbers. All right. So also, I don't like that this company, in my opinion, is not being transparent. I listened to the conference call. They said that they delivered a handful of vehicles in Q3. Why do you say that? Why do you say you delivered a handful of vehicles? As an investor of the company, I don't want to hear a handful of vehicles. I don't want to hear we delivered a number of vehicles. We delivered a few vehicles. I want to hear a solid number. Tell me the number that you delivered. So they didn't give up this number until they were questioned later on the conference call. So I just don't like that from the very beginning. Just tell me the number from the get-go. Don't let somebody have to ask you what the number is. So for me, that's strike one. Not being fully transparent and not just upfront telling me that you delivered 7 vehicles. Also, number two, strike two in my opinion. So this 500 vehicle order from Pritchett Auto, they sat on this information. They sat on this information because they knew that their Q3 numbers were bad. They knew that they only delivered 7 vehicles. They knew that investors would not like that. So they balanced this bad information with this good information that they have 500 vehicles, new order for 500 from Pritchett Auto. So if you look on their operational highlights, they received this 500 vehicle from Pritchett Auto in October. So they didn't say, beginning of October or the end of October. So we don't know exactly when in October, but we do know that the news that came out that they got this 500 vehicle order came out November 9th. And that is coincidentally the same day that their Q3 numbers came out, their Q3 report came out in the conference call. So it's obvious that they held on to this information. Even if this information came out on October 31st, they held on to this information for more than a week, so they could balance the bad news of their Q3 numbers with the good news of this 500 vehicle order. I don't like that. Strategically, it worked because their stock actually went up on this news, and their stock went from, I think it was like $16 and change back up to $19 today. So strategically, it worked, but as a investor, as a long-term investor, I want a company that's going to be transparent, that's going to let me know if you got this order, let me know exactly when you got this order. Don't hold on to this information and try to balance your stock price, because that just shows me that this company is more concerned about their short-term stock price than being transparent and just giving the information out to the investors. All right, so then now this is strike three. So they said Dwayne Hughes said that they previously projected 300 to 400 vehicles to be produced by the end of 2020, and now they're saying that that's not going to happen. And basically, they gave 2 reasons. One was the inability of their battery supplier to meet volumes due to capacity issues related to the illness 19 slowdowns. You have to have more than one battery supplier. So if this supplier cannot meet your demand, you should have had 2 or maybe 3 other suppliers that you could tap. Now they did say that moving into the future that they have onboarded more suppliers, but come on, you're not a new company, you're not a startup company. You know this situation. You can't have just one supplier. If that supplier goes down, you're in troubles, and apparently that's exactly what happened. So I don't give them a pass for that. Other companies are in the same situation, but they're still meeting demand, and they figured out a way how to work in this situation. Also, they said that 36% of their production-related staff is currently out with the illness, or they're quarantined and awaiting results. So if this happened, if this report came out in March or April or May or even June, I would be more accepting of this. But this is now like 10 months later, and we're in November. So the illness situation is just not going to fly. You know, a lot of companies, a lot of growth companies are dealing with the same thing, and they have been producing, they have been meeting demands, and so to me that just shows the weakness of the management team not being able to make decisions, work on the fly, do whatever it needs to do to make sure your company is producing. So I don't give them a pass on this. Also, the other thing is, like, it's not like they didn't reaffirm that they were going to produce this 300 to 400 vehicles. They said in Q1 they were going to do this. They reaffirmed this in Q2. The CEO was on a podcast and said that they are going to do this 300 to 400 vehicles by the end of this year. So it's not like they didn't reaffirm this multiple times. And all of a sudden, when it comes down to the wire, like literally one more quarter, then all of a sudden they say, oh, we can't do it. It's not, I mean, in Q2, we knew about the illness situation. Like literally, we knew about it since like February and March. And so even with this situation, they reaffirmed that they're going to do 300 to 400. They've been on podcasts saying that they're gonna do 300 to 400, and all of a sudden, the very last quarter, they Q3 they produced 7 vehicles, and all of a sudden they only have one more quarter left, and they say, oh, we can't do it, we can't meet the demand. So I don't give them a pass because they reaffirmed this information, and I think they reaffirmed it more than once. I think at least twice in Q2 in their conference call and on YouTube with other podcasters. So you can't reaffirm multiple times and then wait for the very last quarter and all of a sudden say that you're not going to be able to meet demand. All right, just in case you guys haven't had enough negative news, here's one more. So they said that they're going to hire 200 new employees for the production line, and I think it was in a report a couple of months ago, and that was very bullish that they're going to hire 200 new employees. But in their conference call, again, they said that they actually only hired 45 so far. Again, so I understand it could be hard to hire people or whatever the reason is, but I don't know. If you said you're going to hire 200 people and it's been a few months now and you only hired 45, as an investor, it doesn't look good. I mean, if you hired maybe 100 and 150, it would be reasonable. But if you hired 45 and you said you're going to hire 200, as an investor, it just to me, it's like that's just another thing that you missed on. So, guys, I know you're probably going to give a bunch of thumbs down on this video, but I'm just going to be real. I'm just going to be honest. And so right now, I'm not bearish yet, but I'm very neutral on the company. But I'm just a little bit away from being bearish on the company. Hopefully, the announcement for USPS is announced, and we can see a turnaround in this company. But until they make numbers, until they actually produce, manufacture, and actually deliver these vehicles, in my opinion, it is not looking good. So, guys, if you disagree, leave a comment below. Let me know why you disagree, why you're still super bullish on this company. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Give me a thumbs down if you're a super bull and you hate that I talk negative about your company. Catch you in the next one. Have a good week. Peace.